Hey there, Andrew here. I love to be entertained, but I have no patience, so I give every new show I watch only one episode to hook me. Welcome to Debut Review. You know what's hard to screw up? A good sports movie or show. You know, the good old a team of underdogs band together to overcome the odds and win in the end. It works for every damn sport. Baseball and hockey and football and anime has a lot of these too. You have baseball with Princess Nine. It's not just sports. I mean, you have uh, Shokugeki no Soma, which is the cooking competition one. You have, let's see, Hajime no Ippo, which is boxing. Um, there was one a couple of years ago that was a high school club of kids who compete on quizzes. Like someone it's basically trivia quizzes. That show worked too. So it's a very common formula, but it's ubiquitous for a reason. It works. Now, having said that, I'm a musician, so I am kind of surprised that to this day I have yet to come across an anime that stars musicians that I really connected with. And I thought, I mean, just using the underdog story, like there's one called Sound Euphonium or something like that, which is about a high school band that gets together to win the band competition, the Battle of the Bands. It's okay. It's not bad. I just wasn't particularly moved by it. There's K-On, K-On, Cone. I have no idea how that show's name is pronounced. It's about a group of girls who get together to form a band and go places. It's okay. Didn't really do it for me. There's another one I watched within the last couple of years about a guy who's a pianist and a woman who's a violinist, and they get together and make each other better. And that one didn't grab me either. Again, it's not bad. I just didn't connect with it for whatever reason. So as I was browsing across Netflix to get to Cardcaptor Sakura for the last debut review, I came across a show called Carole and Tuesday, which I probably shouldn't watch because today is Monday. Although I'll probably release this video on a Friday. This joke sucks. So the description reads: part-timer Carole meets rich girl Tuesday, and each realizes they've found the musical partner they need. Together they might just make it. Okay, it's an anime about musicians. Let's see what I think. In the future, we will live on Mars. And we will drink durian soft drinks. We will have no choice. The ultra-cute durian mascot demands it. And you do not want to make the durian mascot mad. No. So, Carole and Tuesday takes place on Mars. So we're looking at future stuff. Nothing. They still have smartphones and Instagram, but they have luggage that is battery charged and follows you around on little motorized wheels and pops out legs so it can walk up and down stairs. Just little technological advancements. My favorite of which is a collapsing keyboard, which is something I have always wanted. Because piano, a lot of instruments you can take with you. You know, a guitar is not a small thing, but you can put it in a case and carry it around. It's not that big a deal. A piano, you can't. Piano's a piece of furniture, even an upright. It's staying where it is. You can't just take that around with you. A guitar, it's inconvenient. It's like moving a home console to another person's house to play it. It's a pain in the butt, but you can do it. Your piano stays here. And so the compromise is the keyboard. Generally like a 5-octave keyboard. Still kind of a pain in the ass because you're going to have some type of power supply. You're going to almost certainly want to bring a stand of some sort with you. So, while it is just kind of a pain in the butt, it's a great instrument, but not very portable. Carole or Tuesday, one of the two, the woman who plays the piano, I don't remember which character's which, she has a foldable piano that she can just, the legs fold up into the bottom, the whole thing folds in half, and she wears it like a backpack. That is awesome. I want one of those. I don't know. I'm guessing that this is the future. They have pretty good batteries. Or maybe they don't, because the rich girl is... What? Shoot, which one's which? Okay. I think Tuesday is the one who plays the piano, and Carole is the rich girl who plays the guitar. So, she runs away from home. She takes her suitcase, and she puts one leg out the window, and she's like, actually, I should take the stairs, and she just walks out the front gate. And so her motorized luggage is following her, and she gets down the street to the donut shop, and it's already about out of power. Granted, she may have been walking for miles. Maybe it's been a couple hours, but honestly, I would expect the battery in my luggage to last longer than that. So she runs away from home, she gets on a train, and she walks into a livestock car full of goats, and she goes, oh, I must have got on the wrong train. I'm thinking, or maybe, do you want to try another car? I mean, because there's an establishing shot of the train, it looks like a passenger train. I think you just wandered into a livestock car. You could probably go to another car, but no, she decides to stay in there. Luckily, the livestock car has a power outlet that she can plug her luggage into. I don't know why the goats need a power outlet, but they've got one if they need one. I mean, if workers come in and need to hang lights or use power tools or something, there's a power outlet, so it's fine. So Carole is running away from home. She's a rich girl, and it's looking like it's one of those things where she's homeschooled, her parents don't pay attention to her, she's just kind of another expensive piece of the home, like the china that you display on the mantelpiece. You don't eat off it, it's just there to look good and communicate your rich status. And looks like that might be the case for the child of the house, too. Which probably sucks. So she leaves, takes her guitar with her, and goes to the big city, where Tuesday also lives, who is an orphan who lives alone and works at a burger joint until she gets fired because she's very rude to the customers who are very rude to her. I think it's okay to be rude to rude customers. Do you not like your servers being rude to you? Don't be rude to them. It's who's rude first. So, Tuesday gets fired. She wanders home. She goes out onto a bridge, pulls off her backpack thing, unfolds it, puts the keyboard down, and starts playing and singing along. Just do-do-do-do-do, because she doesn't have any lyrics, just a melody. And Tuesday walks by. Someone stole her luggage by this point. And she's like, oh my golly, that's beautiful music, you rock. And then a police officer says, hey, you can't play here. In public? In a big, wide open public area? Okay. So they pack up and they leave, and he says, "Hey, wait!" and starts chasing them. It's like, well, dude, do you want us to stay here but not play? What do you want, police person? So they go back to Tuesday's place, and they jam together. And here's what I really liked. If you're a musician who has ever jammed with someone, meaning two or more people, either singers or instrumentalists or a combination of any of those, get together with no real plan and just mess around, like someone will just make up a melody or chord progression and another artist will just improvise and fill in. Jam session, right? These two do exactly that, and rather than full what they do in your typical musical where everyone just knows the song and the choreography and the harmony parts and everything, they do a really nice job of throwing in some awkward pauses and starts and stops and some wrong chords, because they don't have a plan. They're improvising, they're making it up as they go along, and sometimes it doesn't work or it doesn't match what the other person is doing. I also like how rough Carole's guitar playing is. She has a really bad habit of sliding on the fret, making that sound when you move to different frets. I'm not criticizing. She's much better than I am. I can't play guitar worth a crap. I make that squeaky sound whenever I move frets. So this is a great hand gesture for fret sliding while playing a guitar. Honest. So she's also Tuesday keyboardist, writes melodies, but she's not much of a lyricist. Carole, on the other hand, has a diary full of poems and ideas for song lyrics. So they end up putting lyrics to her song and singing, and they do a real nice harmony part. And they're like, "We made a song!" No, you didn't. You have part of a song, but it's your first time, you're excited, I'll cut you some slack, for a bit of a preemptive celebration there. There's a framing device on this episode where the narrator says these two basically pulled a Bill and Ted and did a performance that brought the entire universe together in harmony. It's like, oh, spoilers. Which means that most likely the point of this show is going to be the characters and their relationships rather than can we make it as musicians. Yeah, obviously they do. But it's the journey that's the important part. Now, this first episode also introduces a couple other characters. There's a child actor who's trying to stay in the business and move into singing. She's actually the one who is in the cute durian costume, mascot costume to sell durian drinks, which is disgusting. Why? No, God. They also establish a someone else who's a music producer or something, but he's been out of the game for 20 years, so he's probably going to end up being Carole Tuesday's manager or something like that. Pretty economical first episode, I'd say. They establish our characters, they get them together, we do a song and it's good. It's surprisingly English lyrics, but I mean, if you look in her songbook, she's writing in English, and I think she said Cyndi Lauper was her idol, so it's not too surprising she's writing in English. And it established a bunch of other characters that'll be interesting to see what roles they play in this story. So, will I watch episode 2? Yeah, I'm definitely going to check out episode 2. Is it going to hold up throughout the entire series? Well, I hope so, but I've as I mentioned before I watched this episode, I've seen a bunch of anime that revolves around musicians, and I honestly can't think of any that I flat out didn't like, but most of them just didn't hook me, and after 4 or 5 episodes, I just said, not doing it. So, good start to Carole and Tuesday. I'm excited to see more, and I hope it keeps its momentum, because I like anime and I like music, and I'm greedy, and I want both.